Some days are just a bit better than other days, and today is one of those. Hope the same goes for you. As you can see, I'm sitting here amongst a lot of motorcycle parts, and they belong to my Cagiva 750 Elefant from 1992. And as you can see, the rear parts to this bike is here in front of me. So the job today is to put it back on the bike. And I made some other videos where I show all the work I've done up until now. So maybe you want to check them out. If not, you can see how it looks putting everything back on the bike. By the way, some of these parts are damaged, worn, broken. So I have bought some new ones. So the first thing I will be doing is to crack this box open. Bought from cagivaparts.eu. If you're a Cagiva Elefant owner, you probably know about this web shop. And if you don't, you should really check it out. Vincent over there is really helpful. Here is the first part I need today, the air filter. The old one looks quite bad. Seems like the surface has melted. Here is a chain slider. Mine has a broken tab. New front brake pads. Aha, here is the part I'm looking for. I need this intake rubber to put on the air filter box. Looks just like the original one. And then the final and most expensive part. New front brake disc. Ooh, looks really nice. But that's work for another day. Here is the air filter box that I need to put on now. The air filter goes inside like this. The lid on top was broken, so I repaired it with a small 3D printed part, glued on using Gorilla Glue. Well, it's time to get over to the bike and start the assembly. I've really been looking forward to do this job because this is the final step in the project. Everything has been cleaned, rust removal, painted, bolts are replaced with new ones, stainless steel, wiring is fixed, brackets made. So everything is shiny and nice and yeah. It's the reward now to put everything back together. It can be a bit fiddly though. I've already put on the rubber boot. Was easy to put on, but this clamp here, quite tight to get it on. But yeah, and the next piece now, putting in the air filter box. Yeah, I think the best way would be to actually put it in together with the frame, because now it goes in between here. But let me give it a try. That wasn't too difficult. So then put on the air filter and my repaired lid. Okay, then it's time to tidy up the wiring. The starter relay, I made a custom bracket for it. It was just hanging loose here when I got the bike, so I'm not sure if this is the original starter relay either, because the cables that goes in here seems to be some kind of homemade, but it works great. So it has one negative and one positive cable coming from the starter switch. And then comes the part I'm most excited about, and that is putting on the rear fender. This fender doesn't really fit to the bike. It's a newer fender than the bike. It's from 1993 or newer, and the bike, as I told you, was from 1992. But the ones who fitted this fender on this bike has made a custom bracket for it, so it's easy to put it on. So this is the lid I have 3D printed. The surface is a bit rough. I need to sand it, make it smoother, or I can 3D print in higher quality, but I want to test it out as it is now before I do any more work with it. And then this is the next lid. I've also made 2 small pipes that goes in between here. The 3D print isn't that strong, so avoid me crushing it when I'm attaching the fender. And then comes the last lid. And finally, the rear fender is bolted to the luggage tray. I must say, so far, except the fact that it was a bit fiddly with the wiring, I think it might end up decent. And before I can recommend 3D printing a rear fender, I will spend this summer using it to see if it can handle rain, sun, heat. I will just use a standard PLA material for the rear fender. It's not the most durable. I probably will print it in PTEG, a better material, and also in higher quality. I could of course sand it and prime it and paint it, then it will be more resistant to the environment. I'm also a bit curious if this match up with the seat. I tried my best to measure it, but this is my first attempt. So if my plan is correct now with my new seat lock, the seat should line up with this. And now I have this compartment under here, and there are some straps here, so I can put my registration papers and a small toolkit under here. Very nice. No problem. There is a small gap between the fender and the seat. That is good. That was what I planned. And I will put some rubber sealing in between there to not get too much water in under the seat. It is so satisfying to finally be done with this project, and I think it ended up as a success. So then, maybe I can take the bike out for a spin? No, because my exhaust muffler, it's totally rusted on the inside and outside. So I have a big job either repairing it or fitting a aftermarket muffler, but there is a lot of piping inside here to balance the exhaust. Well, new project, new challenges. Hopefully another good day will be coming up. Thank you for watching. Ha det gott!